Hello and welcome back to a new episode in our worst weapons run of Ultimate General Civil War, and today we are going to fight in the second battle of Bull Run. For this fight we have invested heavily into our army and we are actually able to field some more advanced equipment. And if you hear something in the background, I'm currently taking care of my dad's doggo, and the world's best boy sometimes needs some extra attention. Now, back to our forces. Within our first corps, Kite and Iverson holds the Springfield M1852. Scales, McHenry, Porter, McCook and Woods holds the Springfield M1842. The same goes with Sherman, Brewster, Hexamer and Hampton. And Drayton as well as Loomis have the Reboard Farmer. We're also bringing a battery of 6-pounder field guns, 12-pounder howitzers and a battery of 10-pounder Parrots, as well as a battery of 10-pounder ordnances, and I'm very excited to see the 10-pounder Parrots in action. Last but not least, we have a unit of Sharps snipers. You might have noticed that this army is only 19 brigades strong and that we have an empty spot over here, and I did that on purpose as I believe the last unit oftentimes does not make it onto the battlefield, and therefore I want to leave this spot open. The weapons mix in our second corps is a bit more interesting. Hunt has the Palmetto M1842, Croft and Scales suits the Springfield M1842. The same goes with Cobb. And Upton. Mahone has the Lawrence, a good weapon for him as he has been on the assault course. Darden has the Reboard Farmer. Page and Kite have the Farmer Musket. Edwards has the 1841 Mississippi, Wilcox the Springfield M1842, and Sherman has the Pattern 1853 Enfield. One of the most advanced weapons that we are fielding in this battle is in the hands of an inexperienced and freshly recruited unit, but unfortunately not enough of these rifles were available to equip a larger brigade with them. We also have two batteries of 10-pounder ordnances, a battery of 12-pounder howitzers and a battery of 6-pounder field guns. And we also field a large unit of hunter snipers. Last but not least, we have our shock cavalry and our skirmishing cavalry. And then in our third corps, we have Price with the Springfield M1855, and we have Blumer and Bidwell with the Springfield M1842. Rath has the MJ&G Type 2, and Garfield has the Lawrence. Frank and Hoffman hold the Springfield M1842. We also have a unit of 6-pounder field guns and 10-pounder ordnances, as well as a 500-man strong skirmishing unit with the Sharps Model 1855. This is a wild mix of weapons, and when we take a look into the armory, you can see why. We still have 33 farmers lying around, 9 Reboard Farmers, 56 Springfield M1842, 88 M1841 Mississippis and 81 MJ&G Type 2s. Other than that, you can see we have used up all of the weapons to an adequate amount so that we can actually buy the Springfield M1855 for some of our more experienced forces. Within our skirmishing equipment, we still have 17 hunters in stock and 246 sharps, and we still weren't able to capture more of the Cook and Brother, and therefore downgrading our scout cavalry was not an option. And when we take a look at the available artillery, you can see that we have used up all of the 10-pounder ordnances, and this is why we are able to field a battery of 10-pounder Parrots. And the 2 career points that we have accumulated over the last battles were invested into reconnaissance, so that we can see how many enemies are actually on the field. At this point of day, we do not know what the enemy is going to field in the large engagement. But we know that the enemy vanguard has about 9,000 soldiers and 14 artillery pieces. Our first corps numbers 36,600 men and 66 guns. Together with our second and third corps, we are fielding 80,700 soldiers and 164 artillery pieces in total. The Peninsula campaign has failed and McClellan has withdrawn to Washington. Meanwhile, the rebels are raiding our supply lines. We must head north and consolidate our forces. Here we will rally our men, then we will march north. The Confederates are present in the area and are moving northwest. It's probably their cavalry coming back from their supply raid at Manassas Junction. Watch them, but keep moving. Some of our units are moving through the town of Groverton towards our ready point. Rebels are taking us through the woods. It seems we are facing mounted skirmishers. We can advance to this hill and capture their artillery. And the battle immediately begins with 4 infantry brigades and a unit of 6-pounder field guns. We're going to move our soldiers up to this flank. Let's get our skirmishers out and use them as a little screen to shield our advance. The 6-pounder field guns are moving up and our general needs to move back to the rest of the troops. We can see that the enemy has 327 guys on the artillery line, and we can see Taliaferro with 1,600 soldiers moving up. More enemy forces are coming up. It is several brigades of Stonewall Jackson's corps. Let's get our skirmishers moving. Maybe we are able to hit the enemy artillery before they can actually do too much damage. Iverson has the Springfield M1855, one of our best weapons and one of our most experienced units. I hate to see him in combat this early on, but we will have to get moving. Kite and Scales, I want you on the double. You are going to flank through the woods. This way you have at least some cover. General, move forward. Iverson, you're going to push up and you're going to hit Shoemaker. McHenry, you are also pushing up. Iverson skirmishers, hit those artillery pieces. McHenry, if possible, well, you were apparently not able to hit Taliaferro. Scales is pushing up, you do not need to run anymore. Kite is also pushing up. Scales skirmishers further on the flank. The 6-pounders can move forward and it looks like the enemy has maybe 12-pounder howitzers or 6-pounder field guns. So far their volleys have not caused too much damage, but we definitely have to be careful there. We see that Trimble is trying to charge, but over this distance he is just going to exhaust himself. Let's get our skirmishers further around, and we have routed Shoemaker's artillery for the moment. Let's get the boys into a better defensive position. Iverson skirmishers, you can reattach for now. McHenry skirmishers, you can do the same. Everyone open up on the flank of Taliaferro if he's willing to expose it. Kite skirmishers, you're going to hit these skirmishers. Scale skirmishers, you're going to hit those. Now, Scales main force, you're going to push up. These 6-pounders, they need to focus on this area where the majority of the enemy is currently standing. And we are pushing towards these farmhouses. Iverson, push up over here. Do not lob up too much. These skirmishers are taking damage. And we hear another charge. I do not know from where. Iverson is now taking casualties as Lawton has opened up, but we are making some good progress on that unit. Iverson skirmishers, you're going to rush out and you're going to hit Shoemaker, and it looks like this maneuver opened Lawton's flank. Very nice. McHenry, open up on that. We have once more routed Shoemaker and we are driving these skirmishers out of the woods. Let's get the boys forward. 6-pounders move up. General, push up. Iverson, hit the artillery. I hope that we can take these units out of the engagement for the next day. Everyone, push up, push up, push up. Scales and Kite on the double. And I also want McHenry to double time it to hit the flank of Lawton. Iverson skirmishers, you need to get back to your parent unit. You're taking far too many casualties for my liking. These 6-pounders are about to open up on Lawton. We need to hold for 10 more minutes. We are now consolidating our forces. Scales hold, McHenry hold, Iverson hold. 6-pounders open up on Lawton. The enemy is now charging. We see the Stonewall Brigade over there. The Louisiana Tigers are also charging our skirmish line. Kite, police, and their live subscription. 6-pounders open up on the Stonewall Brigade. It is about to lock with McHenry. But we have Iverson over here who is currently reloading and who is going to blast their flank. Come on. Wonderful volley. Still, the Stonewall Brigade is over here. McHenry is taking damage. Skates do not need to hold its ground anymore. Luckily, the Stonewall Brigade was driven back. Oh, wow, they're taking damage. Trimble is still over there. Tully Farrow wants to charge up. Let's get... Well, we do not need to get our 6-pounders forward. We can now proceed to the next day. We took a few casualties in this first engagement, but it was nothing dramatic. And now we can see that apparently the enemy only has 38,500 soldiers in total, combined with 70 artillery pieces, while we are going to overrun them with over 80,000 soldiers and 164 guns. I think the Confederates are going to receive some reinforcements later, so I guess this number is only the initial amount. And we are also not starting with the full amount of our army at the beginning, so the numbers for the beginning are going to be even, but later we are simply going to drown them in numbers. The incident at Browner's Farm revealed Stonewall Jackson's position. He is isolated and is trying to march south towards Richmond. He has formed a defensive line along Stony Ridge, starting from those woods and ending at Sudley Fort. Although our forces are still not ready to begin offensive action, we should immediately send troops to pin him. We have a good chance of crushing one of the South's best commanders today. We have him alone and outnumbered. The left flank is the most suitable place to begin the attack. We should also send one division to guard our own left. We might find an opportunity to attack from here. General, in a few hours we will be able to mobilize our full army and outnumber Jackson at least 3-1. It is therefore advised to be cautious in our first assault until we can advance with our entire army. We are ordered to not expand too quickly and to make sure that we are not getting overrun, but I think it is very wise to test the enemy's defenses. We have some units down here that I forgot to look at properly. But it is not going to matter later. We are going to send these boys forward, and we are trying to link up with the forces on our right flank. Skirmishers, you're going to scout ahead, and my plan is to break this defensive line over here, and then to push up. We're not going to worry about anything that is happening on our left flank, because the majority of our reinforcements are going to come in from this direction. It is therefore very beneficial for us to push as aggressively as possible to overrun the enemy where we are in the strongest position. Enemy positions are going to be revealed very soon. We have Field coming up, an experienced unit. And we can push up over here. It looks like not all of the positions are currently taken. So let's get Porter and Kite up there on the double. McHenry skirmishers, you're going to push up over here. McHenry himself, you're also going to push up. Double time it. If we are lucky, we might be able to breach this defensive line before the enemy is able to field soldiers there. Scales is also going to push up. There is Greg coming up. We see the Stonewall Brigade. These forces are going to take a long time to arrive. But it looks like McHenry is able to sneak past their lines and get on the flank of Field. Porter is opening fire. Porter skirmishers are flanked. Let's order them to get back to the parent unit. Kite skirmishers are contesting Greg. Scales, you're going to push up over here. McHenry is getting flanked. I do not know from where, maybe from Archer. And Branch is coming up to take over this position. Let's get McHenry forward just slightly so that we can see what is going to happen over here. McHenry get in here. 6-pounders open up on Branch. Iverson, pull up. I'm going to keep him as a reserve. General Trash Panda also move up. Line move up. Greg is a very experienced unit and he has our skirmishers out in the open. Can we send our snipers on Panda? That would be worthwhile, I think. Let's also get Mac Hooks and Wood skirmishers forward. And over here we have repelled Field. Branch is in the open. We have McHenry on his flank. Let's get Iverson over there as well. Oh yeah, there is Branch routed. And we actually see that Lee has carry over here, and we have Pelham's artillery. This is what was flanking us. Our 6-pounders are now opening up on Branch. Very nice. Scales, you are going to overtake Kite's skirmishers. Kite's skirmishers, you're going to pull up over here. And that way we should also breach this defensive line. Iverson is coming up, and McHenry can now focus on Pelham's guns. Supplies keep up with the men. We need to be careful of Lee's soldiers. Porter is able to open up on the flank of Greg. Greg should be repaired soon. Scale skirmishers have been repaired. McCook and Woods are now arriving on the field. Sherman and Brewster are going to set up over here. 12-pounders set up behind them. And we can see that the enemy still has 22,000 infanterists compared to our 21,000. But they're now coming up to greet us, allowing us to inflict large amounts of casualties. 6-pounders, you're also going to push up. Iverson, you're going to push up. McHenry is taking casualties. I guess these are 12-pounder Napoleons. Greg is surprisingly still holding. Scales, would you be so kind to charge him out of there? Scale skirmishers can be attached. Woods is coming up. And with that, we should also broker with the enemy over here. Iverson, push up. Pelham is now getting routed. We see that the enemy is building up a strong point over here. Archer is coming out. McHenry skirmishers, you can reattach. And McHenry, you need to prepare to hit Branch as his flank is currently exposed. Supplies, move forward. 6-pounders open up on field. Very good. Scales, you're going to fall back. Do not follow Greg into a kill zone. These skirmishers can now focus this next defensive line. Scale skirmishers are reattaching as ordered. These boys are moving up. Kite skirmishers can reattach and take position in these woods. Our sharps are taking a few casualties, but nothing serious so far. We are able to open up. Panda's numbers are dropping. Sherman skirmishers can reattach. McCook skirmishers can reattach. These 12-pounders can move forward. Panda is broken. Let's get Brewster and Sherman forward. Very nice. We are making good progress. Over here, I am willing to hold for a second. Porter, you can get forward. And as soon as Brewster and Sherman are in the area to attack Johnson, we are going to push up with our center to break through over here. 6-pounders, in the meantime, get closer to Porter. Very good. These boys are in position. They are attacking Johnson. Wood skirmishers and these sharps, I want you in these woods to protect our flank. Woods, you're going to build up a reserve over here. 12-pounders push up as well. Scales is now able to push. I want him to set up over here. McCook is going to take the center. And Kite is going to try to get on the flank of Thomas. Once Thomas is under fire, these boys are going to push up. This is going to result in a few casualties on our side, but so far it is looking rather well. Sharp snipers, can you get over here? This way we should be able to get the Louisiana Tigers. Wood skirmishers, you are going to change places. And yes, we are able to open up fire. Field's flank is exposed. Scales is there taking aim. Lovely volley. There is him wavering. We see that Greg is trying to come in. Let's get McCook further forward. And it is time to order our soldiers to advance. McHenry, you're going to hit Archer. 6-pounders, follow the front line. General, move up. Lyle, you're also going to move up. Have we left someone behind? No, we have not. Our sharps are unfortunately in contact. Let's move them back. I do not want to lose those valuable pieces of equipment. McCook is through the enemy lines. There is field coming up. And they are under artillery fire. It would have been lovely if I could send McCook out to hit the flank of Greg, but he has a skirmisher, so they have the honor to do that. Over here we are still fighting. A breakthrough has not yet been achieved. 6-pounders, please focus on Greg. McCook skirmishers, where you're running, he is standing right there. You just need to open fire. And Greg is now wavering. Come on. A nice volley and he is routed. Well, apparently it takes another volley. Kite's men have already suffered 400 casualties, but they are now on the flank of Thomas. McCook skirmishers, make sure that our front does not collapse. Scales on the double to get on the flank of Johnson. Woods, you can push up over here. Maybe you're able to get the Louisiana Tigers. Unfortunately, McCook was repelled. It is about to be expected that we're going to take some casualties while we are trying to break through the enemy front. But so far, things are looking good. I need to get McHenry skirmishers out though and order them to hold this crossing in case that Lee's cavalry tries to get us. McCook's main force is still running, so your skirmishers need to hold out here. Kite is opening up on the flank of Thomas. Very good, he has been routed. Now shift and greet field. Come on, McCook, we have almost driven away the enemy for good. Find your courage again, man. Iverson and Porter are rushing up to the front line. McHenry is almost where he has to be. McCook skirmishers can reattach. McCook is back on the battlefield. And we are pushing. Iverson on this flank, Porter on this flank. Your skirmishers are going to protect your exposed side. McHenry is taking a ton of casualties from the enemy fire. 6-pounders move up. And our 12-pounders can shift slightly. Johnson is still holding. And over here Woods was repelled, I guess, from the Louisiana Tigers. But there is Johnson running away. Very nice. Sherman and Brewster come up. I like to see that. Archer is running, but now Porter is under heavy pressure. His skirmishers have been repelled. Iverson is opening up on Branch. Iverson took over 400 casualties. It is our only elite unit so far that we have in this corps. McHenry is able to pull up. Supplies, move forward. General, move forward. And Kite and Scales can also push up. It looks like we have completely broken through the enemy front line, allowing us to push up to Walker. 12-pounders also move forward. Scales, you're going to hit Walker. Kite, you're going to get into the woods. Over here we still need to contest the enemy. 6-pounders open up on Greg. Maybe we are able to destroy this unit in its entirety. McHenry, double time it up the hill. Exhausting, I know, but necessary. McHenry open up on Palab's guns. Iverson is now wavering. Iverson skirmishers. No, Porter skirmishers can reattach. Iverson has found his courage again now that he's getting more support. And Branch has been routed. McHenry is about to open up on Palab. Come on. Good volley, not too many casualties. Doesn't matter. Push up, push up, push up. Iverson, push up. In the center we have found the enemy artillery line. We are opening up on those artillery pieces and infantries. And maybe we are able to break through before the enemy receives more reinforcements. Over here Woods is back. Let's also get him on the entrenched Tigers. And Kite, I'm going to shift him around to hit the enemy sides. McCook, you're also going to shift on the flank of Thomas. And over here we have destroyed Pelham's artillery. 6-pounders took 1 casualty. Nothing too dramatic. McCook, double time it up this hill. Greg is coming up to get onto the flank of Kite, while Kite is currently on the flank of the enemy. Woods, you're also going to double time it. We have almost reached our objective. McCook, move forward. Major General Julian Dennison is wounded, one of our divisional commanders. Very good fire so far. 29 minutes remaining to get to the next phase, and if possible I would like to end this battle as quickly as possible. The less casualties we take, the better. Kite has been routed from flanking fire from Greg. McCook made it, but unfortunately not in time. We hear an enemy charge. I cannot see from where. Woods is fighting the Tigers. Ah yes, there is Branch coming up. McCook struggles to fall back. Okay then, you should continue firing on Greg. We have Porter over here opening up. 6-pounders are also giving up supporting fire. McHenry is coming up. Iverson, plug this hole. Supplies, move forward. General, move forward. More supplies are needed over here. The enemy is offering surprisingly stiff resistance. These guns are almost destroyed. This brigade is almost destroyed. And it looks like we can now shift. We need to be careful if our soldiers get outflanked. We are in trouble. I want Woods skirmishers over here. Sherman is taking some casualties from the entrenched Tigers who are still holding. Come on everyone. Oh no, you need to still fire on the Stonewall Brigade, otherwise you will get outflanked. Or can you hold your ground and then open up on field? That would be very beneficial. McCook is getting flanked, he needs to shift. McHenry is able to open up on Branch, it seems. Come on. Porter also open up on Branch. Then we... Yes, very good. We have this unit wavering. Now, Porter, push up. Very good volley, very good volley. 6-pounders move up. Over here, Scales is falling up. Kite, move forward. Sherman, open up on these guns. Only very few casualties inflicted. But the fight still continues. Our Sharps just gave out a volley on the entrenched Tigers, but they did absolutely no damage. Let's get Woods on the flank. Sherman is apparently not getting shot up, even though his flank is completely exposed. Thank you very much, Confederates, for this act of kindness. Let's get Scales forward over here. And it looks like the enemy has deployed skirmishers over here. McHenry's men are apparently not getting targeted. Very good. And we are now ordered to attack Jackson one more time. Jackson, as expected, is a tough nut to crack. We have to rest while waiting for our reinforcements. Several units from our reserves will soon be able to support our frontal assault. We could try to outflank him if you think you have the troops. Well, we of course could do that, but we could also just try to overrun the enemy right now. It looks like our skirmishers over here are going to get into contact with the enemy. They have some guys over there. McHenry is shifting. He is now able to hold and lead those skirmishers. Archer is finally about to be beaten. We have the Stonewall Brigade trying a charge. Scales, present your weapons. And we have a battery open up on Sherman. And it looks like finally the Louisiana Tigers were gone for a brief moment. Let's get Woods forward. Sharps, you are getting down here. Our support is coming up. I want these two units to make sure this crossing is protected. The rest of our forces are pushing forward. Very nice. We have a large unit of snipers. I also want them over here. And with the rest we are going to push up and break through if somehow feasible. Kite has been repelled. Iverson, I want you to push up over here. 6-pounders are opening up on the flank of Archer. Resistance is stiff, but we somehow still manage. Sharps open up on the flank of Taliaferro. We can hear another charge. Scales is exhausted. Where's our general? There he is. Let's get him to move forward. Scales, hold your ground and open up on the flank of Field. This way we might get him out of the fight. Kite, you need to rush up over here. Iverson is about to plug this hole in our line. Field is running away. We have Early and Johnson charging over here. Wood skirmishers also push up. The Louisiana Tigers are trying to break through woods. Let's get Brewster forward. We have almost reached our objective, but casualties are mounting. So far we have lost 23% of our core. I guess 30% casualties can be expected. Woods has been routed. Sherman is still fighting. We have a second line of defense. Brewster is coming up. Kite is coming up. Iverson is also coming up. And I want him to shift on the flank of Thomas. Scales is taking a lot of casualties. Our hunters can hit those skirmishers. Ah, they are moving away. Okay. Hold your ground then. Scales, try to get on the flank of Greg. Kite, you're standing in front of Greg. Just open fire. Over here, Field is coming up. Brewster, if possible, open up on him. Walker's artillery is also opening up over there. Sherman has his flank exposed to... The Tigers had their flank exposed to Sherman. That's what I wanted to say. Woods, you can rest for the moment. Craft and Scales, you're going to push up over here. And you're going to do that on the double. We see that over here is another entrenched unit. More 6-pounders are coming up. More supplies are coming up. And General Grant is also in the area to inspire these soldiers. Let's get these boys in our center. The enemy is throwing everything that they can into stopping us. Woods, I have to get you back into action. Sherman is under heavy pressure. Our 12-pounders are getting closer to open up a better fire on the enemy. Over here, Brewster is wavering. But Scales is on the flank of the enemy. The Stonewall Brigade is going to be greeted by Kite's fire. Sherman is now routed. Woods open up on Johnson. Sharps are running out of ammunition. But Scales is finally coming up. Our shock heavy can get in the rear of the enemy. And it looks like we have broken enemy resistance over here. Let's get McHenry forward to scout that out. And the 6-pounders can also push up. We are now capturing Stony Ridge. Field is charging into Brewster. We have General Sherman in the area, but I doubt it is going to be enough to stop him from routing. Yeah, this unit just ran away immediately. Iverson is getting flanked. There is Archer. Porter come up. McHenry come up. Shock cavalry, avoid the enemy, please. We do not want unnecessary casualties. The rest of us are going to push forward. Craft is a fresh unit. He is opening up. Woods, you're going to open up on the flank of Early. And we have almost been driven away. Hunt, double time it. Mahone, double time it. There is Early. Let's get him off the field. Johnson is charging Scales. Scales is fresh. He is not going to be defeated. Very good. Early is away. Mahone, move forward. Hunt, move forward. Kite is in trouble. Very good. There is Johnson falling back. Wood skirmishers can be attached. Supplies are coming up. There is Sherman and Brewster. Let's get them up as a secondary line. Scales can move forward over here. Iverson can push up and McCook can push up. And elements of our second corps are at our disposal. And the rest of our reinforcements are now also joining. I'm going to send them forward, but I do not really care to give them any orders at the moment. They basically do not matter anymore. We are contesting our objective, and we should soon ring the bells of victory. Our shock heavy can charge into the enemy artillery line. Over here we need to hit Archer. These boys can push forward. We see some elements of the enemy broke over here. And our hunters can hit those skirmishers to get some additional experience. Scales. Shift on Archer. And we have destroyed those artillery pieces. We can see that full field is pushing down. Latimer's artillery is exposed. So let's get those guns if feasible. Very nice. We are now crushing through the enemy lines. Our horses have been rear flanked by field, meaning that his rear is now exposed. Kite has taken over 1,000 casualties. But he is still there. Let's get Sherman up. And in 9 minutes this fight is going to be over. Let's get these boys down. Iverson has taken over 500 casualties but destroyed over 1,200 enemy forces. The Stone Brigade over there just broke. We see Archer in the area. I do not know where he is facing. Looks like he is going to face our infantry. Therefore, let's get our artillery in. Brigadier General Bobby Woods is wounded. Very good. We slammed into Archer. We didn't got his rear, but that is okay. Sherman is now opening up. And there we have victory. This was an interesting engagement. It was surprisingly short. I thought we would have to fight for longer, but I'm very happy that our aggressive assault worked. We had at our disposal over 60,500 infantry and 1,500 cavalrymen and 130 guns. At the end of the day, 7,000 of our infantry are dead or wounded. The same goes for 57 men of our artillery. The enemy deployed over 31,500 infantry, 871 cavalry and 70 guns, and they have lost over 8,100 of their infantry and 35 of their artillery pieces. We have achieved all of our goals, and the best unit on the battlefield was Kite with over 1,300 kills. After that comes Iverson with 1,280 and McHenry with 962. Our losses are also led by Kite, who has suffered over 1,073 casualties, followed by Woods with 938 and Brewster with 927. Within our officer corps, Major General Julian Dennison is wounded. The same goes for Brigadier General Bobby Woods. Luckily, none of our officers were killed. And William Brewster and Carl Buford got promoted to Major General, and the same goes with our General Trash Panda, who is now also finally a Major General. We were able to capture 663 Palmetto M1842 and 361 Springfield M1842. We also got our hands on 7 12-pounder Napoleons, 718 pattern 1853 Enfield, 3 6-pounder field guns, 30 MJ&G Type 2 and 49 Sharps Model 1855. Not a lot, but at least something. After this engagement, we got 2 more career points, 20 reputation, $300,000 and 18,000 fresh recruits. Our first corps took some damage, but we can easily repair that, and in our second corps only Hunt, Craft and Scales actually took any casualties. But this has to be it for now. Thank you all for watching, and until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.